TMG Nation, what is going on? Insomnia from the Mexican Gamers channel, back with the FIFA 13 simulations for the Gold Cup Copa Oro 2013 edition. This time, the second game for El Tri, the second game for Mexico. Mexico versus Canada, man. And the very, very disappointing loss El Tri took in the hands of Panama in game one, in their first game here in the Gold Cup. And it's frustrating. This video is gonna be different. I'm gonna do this one different. I usually do a play-by-play, just commentary, talking about the gameplay. But here we're gonna do this sort of like a mini podcast. You know what I mean? Because a lot of you guys voice your opinion about what you think El Tri is gonna do, what players are gonna play, what players should play. In your opinion, you leave those in the comments. I don't really talk about the players or how Mexico should play during the gameplay, you know what I mean? So we should do this like a little mini podcast instead of just commenting on the gameplay, commentating on the gameplay. I'm gonna talk about what my opinions on the last game versus Panama and the loss they took 2-1 versus Panama, and this upcoming game tonight's game versus Canada. So yeah, let's do that here. The ref calls this penalty in favor of Mexico. I didn't really think it was a penalty at all, man. I didn't, I think that was kind of cheap, but you'll see it in the replay. I don't think it's a penalty, but oh well. So versus Panama, the team just looked terrible, disastrous, man. No idea. And that's nothing new anymore. That's been going on for months and months and months. It's a different team. This one is a completely different team, pretty much. This Mexico than the Mexico that plays in the World Cup qualifiers. There's none of the Chicharitos, no Giovannis, no Guardados, none of those. Now it's Marquez Lugo, it's Fabian, it's Cortez, it's Peña. Different names, but still the same exact thing. No idea offensively. The team, you see players passing the ball back and forth, but they don't have an idea of how to create offensive plays, and that makes the games extremely frustrating and difficult to watch. For fans of El Tri, for Mexican fans, it is. It's frustrating not to see your team not operate. Just it doesn't work, and then especially when you go down 1-0 and it's like, all right, the team wasn't working already. How the hell are we gonna get back in this game? So Mexico, what they need, in all divisions, pretty much, in the one that's playing in the World Cup qualifiers and this one that's playing Copa Oro, they need a play creator. That responsibility falls on the shoulders of players like Marco Fabian. He needs to wake up. He needs to step up, because without him, the strikers such as Raúl Jiménez, such as Marquez Lugo, such as Chuleta Orozco, they're not gonna have a way to score. Like they themselves aren't play creators. They need someone behind them like Marco Fabian to create opportunities for them to score. You know what I mean? But obviously it's not only a Marco Fabian's. It's the entire team that's just not operating. But that's that, man. That's my opinion on that. Let's play this little game. All right, so I need your opinion. I need two things from you. Obviously, if you want to participate, because I know a lot of you guys in these videos that I do about Copa Oro or about the World Cup qualifiers, you guys, leave your comments and you give opinions on what you think the team needs. So that's what I need from you. Two things. What, in your opinion, in your own words, what does this team need to function? What do you think this team needs to work? You know what I mean? That you see Chaton Enriquez tying the game up finally in the 59th minute, right? But yeah, what do you think this team needs? Would you put a player in the pitch or a player in a different position, or what would you do to make this team work? That's what I need from you in the comments. And also another thing, if Mexico is to lose tonight, not necessarily lose, but not get the result, whether it be a loss, whether it be a draw, if tonight versus Canada, Mexico does not operate like they did versus Panama, would you want El Chepo La Torre to stop being the Mexican national team manager? If Mexico does not get the result tonight, would you want that to happen? Chepo to leave? Let those two things be known. What would you do? What, in your opinion, does this team need to operate to work? And would you want Chepo to leave in case Mexico does not get the result tonight? Let me know in the comments below. Participate. Thank you guys for watching. A like would be appreciated. According to the simulation, Mexico is gonna draw.